Welcome to the 2021 Kentucky Medical Association Annual Meeting. I am Dr. Neal Moser. I am honored to be inaugurated as your 2021-2022 KMA President. I would like to thank my family and colleagues that have put up with me and supported me in my journey through organized medicine. It may be cliche, but it does take a village, but in my case, apparently the whole county. I would like to thank you, Kim, my wife, my 5 sons, their wives, and our bright, beautiful grandchildren. I need to thank my late father and brother, both who were the best in physicians and were truly my mentors for my profession, my life. As you may have noticed, the operations of the Kentucky Medical Association today are by a stretch of the imagination significantly different from what we've become accustomed to over the 100+ years. Our mission, though, remains the same. Our Kentucky Medical Association is the voice and representation of medicine in Kentucky. We are reminded through the trials over the last 18 months that our first responsibility is to the health of our patients, our communities, and ever more importantly, ourselves. With the ravages of the killer SARS-CoV-19 pandemic, we as physicians have responded heroically. We continue to battle with our best science, our best compassion. It is with great sadness we have all lost colleagues, family, friends, and patients. The effects on ourselves, our organization, and our Commonwealth will continue to ripple through many years. Mother Nature does have a habit of reminding us that humility needs to be one of our paramount virtues. It is through these lessons from Mother Nature that we can improve and adapt as we continually re-engineer our profession. I'm reminded of the last great pandemic of 1918 that thrust us into the modern era of medicine. We stand now at a similar juncture. Adversity drives change. Thus, we must continue to improve the rigorous generation and deployment of evidence-based medicine. My medical practice today is as different from my father's as is from my son's. For example, as a child, I remember when our family was out of town, my father would bring a roll of dimes. Dad would call back to the hospital every few hours to check on the patients. Today, I'm pretty sure our younger nurses, if we don't get back to them within 5 minutes, consider us angry at them. I fear soon that we'll be making rounds via Snapchat. No inaugural address would be complete without a quote. With these changes in mind, I'll include one of my favorite quotes from Albert Einstein. Do not grow old, no matter how long you live. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. That's a great quote. We have been tested, we have learned, and now we are better. Our challenges, though, will continue. Difficult issues will always arise. We cannot avoid the tough conversations. Today, we must confront many complex issues varying from public health, scope of practice, liability reforms, access to care, healthcare disparities, and attacks on our healthcare infrastructure. Finally, and importantly, we must reduce physician burnout. The primary care physician cannot be at their best when spending an hour and a half every night at home completing their documentation. Each of these barriers and more can only be affected one detail at a time. Within our Kentucky Medical Association, healthcare's future must be addressed and debated. We will examine the details required to reach our best outcomes for our patients, for ourselves. We must continue to broaden our membership and promote their engagement so that all of our stakeholders have a strong role in forming the voice of the Kentucky Medical Association. As always, our annual meeting showcases our organization as we form policies addressing all of these challenges and more. This year, as president, I'm looking forward to kicking off a year-long campaign focusing on lung health titled Breathe Better Kentucky. This effort has never been more important as we continue to battle the respiratory effects of COVID-19. We will also continue to work on tobacco cessation and lung cancer screening. We will highlight chronic conditions like COPD and asthma. All of these issues will be examined through the lens of healthcare disparities throughout the Commonwealth. I am excited about working with the Anthem Foundation and KET for this important lung health effort, and now encourage you to follow along and share these messages with your communities. Over the next year, I will be traveling throughout the state to meet with as many medical organizations as possible. These conversations will continue to build our KMA as the most effective healthcare champion in the state. Our collective outreach to our colleagues throughout the Commonwealth will allow us to tap this huge pool of talent and passion. We together can create and navigate our KMA path, the path of medicine in Kentucky. Thank you.